The very public trial of Craig Thomson shifted up a gear today when police from 2 states converged on the MP's home and office. The raids on the New South Wales Central Coast suggest the police investigations are reaching crucial stages. The MP himself, however, maintains he's blameless. And his lawyer has launched a stinging attack on the nation's politicians for their commentary on the affair. Hayden Cooper reports.
The raid started early. At Craig Thomson's home and then his office, police came and left with bags and boxes of documents and a computer hard drive. And all the while, the MP protested his innocence.
Can I say at the outset that I've done nothing wrong, that we are fully cooperating with the police in relation to this investigation. Reiterate that I have done nothing wrong.
Do you expect
I would just remind people, no, there are no charges today.
Why haven't you subjected yourself to an interview with the New South Wales Police?
Just very confident that at the end of this investigation that I will be vindicated in terms of the position that I have taken from the start. No amount of shouting from the media here will change that view.
There are 2 police inquiries into the Health Services Union, one in New South Wales, one in Victoria. Today's raid was conducted on behalf of the Victorian Police. Both forces are revealing few details.
The warrant has been issued on information that's been provided by the Victorians, and the items that have been seized will be returning to Melbourne with them.
They took a couple of documents. I volunteered a couple of documents. Can I say that the police acted in a thoroughly professional manner?
Craig Thomson describes today's events as simply routine, but there's no escaping the allegations that have dogged him for years. His opponents believe the raid is an ominous sign in his effort to refute claims of lavish spending of union funds on prostitutes, restaurants and his election campaign.
It's a very serious issue when police raid a Member of Parliament's home. They weren't going over for a morning cup of tea. And Julia Gillard spent a lot of time defending Mr Thomson. We'll see how it plays out.
This is an innocent person who has had his life destroyed by smear and innuendo and false claim.
From his office in Sydney's CBD, Craig Thomson's lawyer is preparing a defence to scores of civil charges already filed in the federal court. He's dismissive of the prospect of criminal charges following.
There will be no charges. This man hasn't committed an offence. Our advice to him, both from us and criminal lawyers we've consulted, is very clear. He won't be charged with an offence. He hasn't committed one. There's a good reason to be not charged with an offence. If he is, he'll be acquitted very quickly.
Chris McCardle says some of the documents seized today were handwriting samples, which he hopes will assist his client.
The credit card receipts that were used in houses of ill fame will be shown to have been signed by hands that were not his. They were forgeries.
I think they'll prove that the receipts are his. I've seen his handwriting. I'm no handwriting expert, let me make that clear. But it seems to me that Craig Thomson and his lawyer are a match made in heaven. It's just ridiculous, the stuff that's been coming out from his lawyer's mouth.
As the whistleblower who started this, Kathy Jackson views today's events as a milestone, and she has no time for Mr Thomson's new legal enforcer.
My reaction to that is that it's totally ludicrous for him to be having that position. They're in the Lance Armstrong sort of stratosphere of delusion, and they need to come clean.
For the Gillard government, Craig Thomson's troubles are a constant headache. His lawyer has struck a new strategy. When politicians comment on his client, he fires off a cease and desist letter. One has already been delivered. He won't say to whom.
These kiddies who somehow luxuriate in the oh boyness of the whole thing, the private school gossip stuff, should stop. This is the adult world, so stop.
He's also less than happy with the media presence at this morning's raid, suggesting a tip-off. Victorian police are equally unimpressed.
someone is using our independent constitutional institutions, such as the police, for their own purposes. That really should stop.
Cathy Jackson herself is the subject of claims of misuse of union funds. She denies any police interest in her.
I've been interviewed by the Victoria Police and Strike Force Carnarvon in relation to the Craig Thomson matter and in relation to the Michael Williamson matter. I've not been interviewed by Strike Force Carnarvon nor the Victoria Police about the false allegations that Michael Williamson, Craig Thomson and Minister Shorten are spreading about me.
Either way, the police investigations across 2 states continue, and a resolution to this long-running saga appears one step closer.
Do you feel the police are closing in because they're knocking on your door, raiding your property?
Well,
it means that they're looking for something.
Well,
the smoking gun?
Well, you can describe it as that. That's, quite frankly, this is a part of a routine investigation.
It's hardly routine. Police coming knocking on your door.
I'm sorry. In terms of an investigation of this nature, it is.
Yeah. Why won't you be interviewed?
Will you cooperate
Thank
with the
you
interview
for
with police?
these issues, and that's the statement that I'll be making today. Thank you.
Hayden Cooper reporting.